जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी,
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी,
परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतस्य श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Srila Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON Deputy Founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Astottara Satasya Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रज में वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायपुर धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देव की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर परमानंद। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So welcome everyone for this second program. This is a very auspicious month, as you all know. This is a Purushottam month going on, and in the Purushottam month we have the opportunity to hear from His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj, and not only once, but we have the opportunity to hear from him every day in this week. So Maharaj started speaking from yesterday's program, and he took a very wonderful topic of how to develop various different Vaishnava qualities. And yesterday he spoke on benevolence, and Maharaj is going to speak on another Vaishnava quality and how we can develop few other qualities. So I'll keep that secret and let Maharaj explain which quality or qualities that he's going to speak on. Okay, two main qualities that Maharaj is going to speak on, which are how to remain steady and how to remain silent. So these are two qualities out of the 26 qualities of Vaishnavas. And just before Maharaj starts his lecture, I just wanted to have a quick introduction of Maharaj. I think most of you have heard from Maharaj. Maharaj is visiting Wellington since 2009 every year, except for this 1 or 2 years because of Corona. Maharaj couldn't travel. But otherwise, since 2009, he is coming every year here. So many of you would have heard, but those who are coming here for the first time, just for benefit of them, just this quick introduction. Maharaj was born in a very pious Audicha Sahasra Brahman family in Gujarat, India, and he moved to East Africa in 1950. And then from there, he went to US in 1971. And that is when he got introduced to Krishna consciousness. Maharaj was a research biochemist by profession, and Maharaj was actually inclined to Bhagavad Gita since his childhood. In 1971, when he moved to USA, within a week, he met devotees, and he continued association with them. He got initiated from Srila Prabhupada in 1977, and Maharaj took sannyas in 1986. And he started initiating disciples from 1998. So Maharaj is a Diksha Guru, and you know there are many of his disciples here. He preaches the message of Krishna consciousness all around the world. There's a long list of countries, and it is just a fraction of where he goes. So here it goes. He goes to USA, Canada, New Zealand, of course here, Australia, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Mauritius, Malaysia, Burma, Thailand, South Africa, Nepal, Botswana, India, Nigeria, Ghana, etc. etc.
And Myanmar.
The list goes on. But the most important part especially for all of us here, even those who are coming here for the first time, you already have got mercy of Maharaj. How? Through these programs. So this program, Journey of Self-Discovery in Wellington, and especially this center is called Center for Culture and Education, they have started just from Maharaja's instructions. So Maharaja's instructions, inspiration, and his continuous guidance has made it possible for these programs to continue for so many of these years. And all of you who have got introduced to Krishna consciousness through this program, it is just from the purity of Maharaj that you are progressing. So he is the via medium from whom we are getting this Krishna consciousness. So let us welcome Maharaj by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Guru.
Okay, now you can take me to.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Prabhupada ki
Jai.
What are the 6 qualities of promoting devotional service?
उत्साह निश्चय धैर्य कर्म संगत्याग सदा बुद्धि शक्ति प्रसिद्धि।
Utsaha means enthusiasm, Nishchaya means determination, Dhairya means patience, then it means Tat means
following in the footsteps of the senior.
the karma pravartan should be there, but tat means it should be naturally inclined to our modes of material nature. Alright? That will dictate what kind of karma we will be doing. More of goodness, more of passion, more of ignorance. Sangatyago, give up the bad association and cultivate sato vritti, means following in the footsteps of predecessor acharyas. Right? So, this will increase our devotional service. It will, no doubt, will be without any obstruction or any cloudiness of misunderstanding, there will be no opportunity if we follow the 6. That increases our devotional service. But at the same time, what are the 6 qualities which are going to undermine devotional service and will not allow to progress? What are these?
अत्याहार प्रयासस्य प्रजल्पो नियमातः जनसंगस्य ध्वनिं च तस्मिन् भक्ति विनिश्चय.
Atyahar means
Over endeavor.
or over accumulating. Whether you accumulate in your pocket or in your bank and overeating, in any case will be detrimental to devotional service, because you will be occupied more in protection of them. Right? And material work is not going to last for long. So how come the products of material world is going to last? But we don't have faith. We think our hard-earned money, it belongs to us. No. Because it belongs to Krishna, because karma's Shakti is coming from Krishna, how can we claim? We have right to do, but not in the fruit of it. That product is the mercy of Krishna. And if we do not offer it to Krishna, then Krishna will not be merciful. It's plain and simple. Right? So, in all these conclusive aspects, the others are also putting us a stumbling block in our progress of devotional service. Prayas is next one. There are 2 kinds of prayasas. Jnana prayas and karma prayas. Prayas means over-endearing. Too much accumulation of knowledge, even our brain doesn't have capacity to hold it. Yet people keep on studying. They change the subject. Currently, one of my disciples' son became a surgeon, a big name, and he was so frustrated by surgeries, he became afraid. When he becomes fearful, that surgery is not for me. And he got a company also. His fiancée is also a surgeon, and both of them gave up surgery and they are studying radiology now. Something safe. So, over-endeavoring is dangerous. Right? Over-endeavoring. While cultivating devotional service doesn't require any over-endeavoring or endeavor also. You do not have to commit yourself to, I will try chant 16 rounds. Shame. It is spontaneous. If you chant 1 round, you are not going to be satisfied. You will chant more and more. Come to minimum 16 and get surcharged. That's okay. That is sankalpa. Right? But there are no hard and fast rules in chanting, isn't it? Nama-namakari bahudha nija sarva shakti tatrapitam niyamita kasmare rakha. There are no hard and fast rules in chanting. You don't have to endeavor to chant. It is so natural. It is the call of the heart and you will chant. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everybody picks up. Even the dog can chant. Tiger can chant. Yes? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us. and we are going to that place, Jharkhand. In the month of December, we will have a yatra. So, it's not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was God and that's why they chanted. Recently you saw, some video clips. A deer was chanting and dancing, right? So, it's a call of heart, it doesn't require an endeavor. But people go after over-endeavoring, that is so much detrimental. In ordinary circumstances also. You work hard for nothing. So, that is called prayas. Ati sarvatra vajayet. You give up anything in excess, no excessive. Try to live very natural life and natural, situation. That will be better than try to live in an artificial way, going out of your way and try to spoil your entire remainder of life. Because most important thing that if we have not learned the process of spontaneous activity, which is called bhakti, it springs from the heart. One does not have to be taught. Why? Because he is familiar with bhakti even in his previous life. So, he may not have completed, but the seeds of devotion are there within, sunk maybe deeper in the heart. But that's why it's the job of the spiritual master to dig out that seed and put on the surface and water the seed with Hare Krishna Mantra, and it will grow into Bhakti Katha. You don't have to sow that seed on the ground and look after, no. Chanting will do the job. You have no right to interfere because it will not help. So, prayers is conducted under the influence of mode of passion, and passionate nature cannot wait, right? So person has to become very sober. Dhira dhira janapriya priya karau nirmatsarau pujitau. That is the nature of the Goswamis. They were pleasing to both sane and insane. Adhir means insane. Goswamis, they have this quality, So, these qualities are automatically coming in the embodiment of a devotee. 26 qualities in our life. They are developed simply on the strength of chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, which is the perfect way in Kali Yuga to fructify the devotional service. Not only that, go back to Godhead. It does not free us from our bodily conception of life, but also it will send us back home. Because that product of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra has been imported from Golok Vrindavan. Golokera prema dhana harinama sankirtan. But Ratina can. I don't have attraction. I'm so hard-hearted. So, if we allow the holy name to work on us, we should cultivate soberness. Gambhirta, dhira means steady. Alright? And those who are steady, determined, steadiness should come also from intellectual platform, from mental platform, and from the physical plane. All the three. Manasa, vacha, karmana. We have to express the soberness or steadfastness, in our activity. It comes simply by cultivating Krishna consciousness. It's automatic. There are no endeavors to be done there. So, Brahma is teaching a great lesson by praying to Lord Krishna his glorification. That, my dear Lord, you are unconquerable by those who are so-called perfectionists by their endeavors. But you are easily conquered when they engage themselves in chanting and glorifying your. No endeavor is required. So Jnana Prayas, trying to know something which is unnecessary, it becomes a medium to sustain our hunger. The elephant is not a jnani, but he has been maintained without any much endeavor. Most minimum endeavor is not called endeavor. Prayas means endeavor, but cultivating jnana prayas or karma prayas, cultivating means you are trying to improvise in your efforts. Suppose if you have failed in examinations, the next time you have to appear with much more caution and conscious efforts. But these efforts are useless. Only an effort for performing devotional service is accepted by Lord Shri Krishna. And that should be naturally sprung. It has not to be taught. It springs from your heart. Atram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad bhaktim upahratam ashnami prayatatmana. Prayatatmana means one who is not omnipotent. Prayas is not prayatatmana. You just make an effort to offer him a leaf, fruit, flower or water. What's the difficulty? It is available everywhere. If you are so poor, you can't afford, just offer water. But offer with love. An endeavor that is required of an offering, it is natural because Krishna asked for it. And you offer it. It doesn't require any detailed understanding. No, it does not require. Offer. My dear Lord, you asked me, I am doing it. That's enough. It's not prayasam. Ati prayasam varjayat. Don't overdo. So, Brahma is praying. Then, my dear Lord, you are unconquerable by those who are, say, big yogis and jnanis. They cannot reach you. They cannot win over you because they are engaged in prayasas, which is detrimental into devotional service. Right? And those who are even yogis and contemplating on your impersonal feature, they are also doing very rigid sadhana. We are not doing sadhana. It becomes part of our life and easily performed. You do not have to exert your calories in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You start chanting and see how many calories are required to finish your rounds. No. You will be at the same level. Alright? So, Jnane prayase udapasya namanta eva. Instead of engaging in jnana prayas, you better offer your obeisances in a surrender mood. Oh, my ego is so heavy, I cannot take it out. I have to do effort to remove my ego. Hare Baba, your ego will be smashed at the time of death. You will not be able to remove. Better, whatever ego is, the Holy Name will take care of it. But you do endeavor of chanting only. Just agree and chant Hare Krishna so normally. It doesn't require an endeavor. Oh, Maharaj, you say, but get up little early. Do you think when you want to love somebody, do you need an endeavor? Or it springs from the heart? Love does not require endeavor. No prayers. So, a devotee becomes very steady in cultivating, this understanding that it is so easily and automatically, performed that doesn't require an endeavor. Jnane prayase udapasya namanta eva. Vadiya sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam. But if he is simply listening your glories and act accordingly, it doesn't require. All right. Don't worry. But if we are engaged in listening, just like you are listening in the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through His holy name, it is so glorious. Stay wherever you are, in whichever occupation and status of life you are, whether you are a grahasti, vanaprasthi, brahmachari, stay wherever you are. But, Shruti Katha, Tanuvangam, you become conversant with the understanding and that is given in the Shruti Shastras by mind, words and activities. This is only steering is required. No petrol has to be given by accelerator. No, that endeavors are not required. Only steering is required. So if you are a steady driver, you will be sober. You will not engage in any other activity which will be distracting. Right? So, those who are sober people, dhira, sometimes they are called dhira gambhir. Gambhir means serious. Baba, no seriousness. Are we serious? Do you look like a serious person? We are laughing it out. What do you do if your mouth is tired by singing the glories? What do you do? Take prasad. Immediately. If you are tired, take a samosa. Samosa break. Alright? And that is not an endeavor. So, sthana sthita. But be conversant with the verdict of the Shastras. Shruti Katha. Then it is very easy to conquer the unconquerable. This is the way. I mean, bhakti is not an endeavor. It springs from the heart. Where is the question of, having your muscular power to show that I am a bhakta? A bhakta should be rest assured, and therefore he is the Kabir or steady. Alright? Sthana sthita means stay wherever you are. But sthana means tha. It should be steady. Grihastha is your steady state of existence in this life. Alright? When you become old, then we'll think of it. Stha means thief. For any physical or material nature to even to convey the spiritual messages for education, you need a sanstha. From all the sides, it should be a steady institution. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yugi yugi. Krishna is saying that this dharma which is automatically being performed, but I have to make it established. Now it is too difficult to establish because you have to register, you have to occupy some property and this, and then you make sure that there is no copyright violations. So many things are required, But if they are essential to establish the spontaneous service to Krishna, we have to come to this point of, So devotees in their progress, they are asked, which stage? Are you sthira or asthira? Asthira people will not be able to commit for chanting 16 rounds. Those who have occupied sthira, that's a yes. So you can cultivate at home. You do not require, any special classes or endeavors. No. It springs from the heart. Stha means sthira. Very, very steady. That is the quality we are looking for. In the regulative principles, we have to be steady by conviction. You do not require so many lecture series to convince you. No, it's natural. That's how the mode of goodness can work without much endeavor, and that is the glory of our parampara system from the household life even. We carry the heritage. Heritage doesn't mean it's a monument, but the heritage of sanskaras, and one should be steady in it. because it springs from the heart. One cannot be artificially made Hindu. Garbhapsi. No. They know it. We have been forcefully converted into Islam. So what is the difficulty? No endeavor is required. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. That's how the Russian Muslims joined Hare Krishna. Krishna gave them opportunity. There are many, many Muslims in Russia. And when in 86 and 87, when Gorbachev allowed the freedom of religion, oh my God, there was an upsurge in Russian devotees. All of a sudden. Then he came from Muslim. Because they know. But in India, there were external pressures of prayasa that destroyed the traditions by force. And those who are not understanding the Bhakti Tattva, Bhakti Tattva does not get affected by the external force. So Srila Prabhupada said, today you are Muslim, tomorrow you become Christian, and it goes on and on. But your eternal occupation for the Supreme Lord still remains, and that you have to execute. So devotional service and devotion to the Supreme Lord is still remaining, which is the dharma, or which is the spontaneous, response to the call of the Lord in the heart. Spontaneous. It comes by practice of following 4 regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds. Do you have to make an effort? Or you can make hundreds of preparation? This lousy meat eating, is so much limited to pepper and salt. In India, they put MDH masala and everything. They think everything is sabji for them. Why do vegetables and they are used to what they call marinate the meat? Can't they have anything from the blood? No. Rascals. All the ingredients of masala will be vegetarian. So the idea is that they have to endeavor, and it will be difficult for them. But anyway, hearing and chanting the holy name of the Lord certainly, spring from the heart of even a dog that will make him. In the winter time, the dogs really respond to chanting Hare Krishna. Woo! Yeah. When we go for, what they call Prabhat Ferry, take in Mridanga, Kartal, and chant Hare Krishna on the streets of a cold night. Early day. So everybody listens, it's very nice. So they start joining them. And the dogs also follow. When I started preaching in Bharatpur on orphanage, We had a big ground and there were so many dogs there. But kids will chant and dog will jump around and participate in chanting. So the idea is that the quality of a sober person is one of the important investments in the life of a devotee. And it is spontaneously generated. We don't have to make an endeavor for it. So, what is the next quality?
Silent. Silent. He is silent.
Oh my God. Shut up. Anybody who is using the WhatsApp, they have to shut up. Because that is over endeavoring too. Yesterday I got so many messages. I have not fully recovered from answering. So, I don't know. But I want to respond to their well wishes. I don't think it's an endeavor. That takes little time. But I also got some time, the whole day was resting there and I was doing put. Because as devotees respond, I have to counter response. Anyway, what is really meant by silence?
Not speaking about mundane subject matters.
That is also one.
Not speaking unnecessary. Not speaking unnecessary.
Yeah, that is also there.
Not showing up. Not showing up.
Speak about the absolute truth. Huh? Then what is fun for a Moni Baba? They take vow of silence. Are they really silent? Have you seen in Vrindavan, they stand on one leg, but the support is given by joli, which is tied up at a branch. But in USA and France and Germany, everywhere, you see the sadhus on a suspension as if there is nothing in between. And they say, oh my God. They learned the art from India. How to get support, and sit. And you don't see anything underneath. It's cheating. I don't think they are silent. If you have a desire to earn money from that, how is it called a silent activity? Huh? Silence doesn't come from closing the mouth. If your desires are boiling up, how could you remain silent? Or if you do not reveal me, your problems, does it mean that you are cool and sober guy? No. Silence means one who has achieved peaceful status, shantim. You know three things and you will become very silent. Bhaktaram yajna tapasam sarvalokamaheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatvam shanti pritchati. Know only three things. Krishna says, I am the enjoyer of all the fruits of your work. Yajna, tapas, all these are fruitive activities. they yield result. But this is done for me, so offer all the results to me. Yat karoshi, tat kurushu madarpanam. Yad ashnashi, tat kurushu madarpanam. Yad juhoshi, tat kurushu madarpanam. Dadasi yat, tat kurushu madarpanam. Yat tapasyasi, kaunte, tat kurushu madarpanam. So, a devotee naturally wants to offer everything. He possesses what he does. That this is not my Ishavashyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha magrada kasyasya viddhanam. He is a silent person. He accepts only his quota of maintenance. Anything extra, then your life will be disturbed. You will lose your shanti. Yajna tapasam. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I am the proprietor of all the planetary systems. As well as Suridam Sarvabhutanaham. I am sitting in everyone's heart as Paramatma, but as a well-wisher of everyone. Gyatva. If you know these three things, Shanti Muchate, Jnanakand, Karmakand, Sabhaverdera Bhand, Ata Eva Ashant, Ara Eka Krishna Bhakta Ata Eva Shant. Only devotee will acquire the situation of real silence. Prabhupada said, for a devotee, if he takes some risk to perform the devotional service, Krishna will be very happy. But his endeavor is not considered to be prayasam. Rather, the result of his work is called payasam, sweet meat. Offer it to Krishna. That's why in Guruvayur they offer payasam all the time. So, Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Karo Nirmatsaro Pujito. How much silent these devotees would be. They speak about Krishna. They don't speak or encourage anybody for heavily engagement in these material activities, rather pull them out because they are ashant. So, Areka Krishna Bhakta Ata Eva Shanta. Because he is not Jnani and acquisition of Jnana. Jnana Kand, Karma Kand, Sarva Vedera Bhand. Bhand means a pot. When the pot is filled up, it is going to overflow. You can't hold it. So how long you will go after it? Give it up. Krishna is not to be found in the pages of Vedas, but Krishna will be found only in his instructions. Follow. And this is an effortless job. Chanting Hare Krishna is an effortless job. So, these are two qualities. They are being invested in an embodiment of a devotee. And they are divine qualities. that they can help others to cultivate that. So they can appreciate the association and the result of it will be, they are beneficial for him. All these qualities, 26 qualities of a devotee, they are wonderful and they bring us to the point of divinity. These are divine qualities. Adversely, there are many who are over-endeavoring, but they are so determined in their endeavors, that they also play some kind of political rivalry, but it's artificial. The big boss, who is risking to establish his empire in the industry or anywhere, do you think is he really silent? Ask Mukesh Ambani. He's not cool. He has so much excess of money. But tell him to chant Hare Krishna, he will say no. He invited Gaur Gopal in marriage of his daughter, just to crack some jokes. And Sadhu went, but he could not chant Hare Krishna. So, because they are ashanta, they think spending money will bring them happiness or shanti. No. First learn how to become shanta. Shanti mapnova. So, there is another verse that is telling Yad apnoti tad apnoti na kamakami. Kamakami, those who are after these sense gratificatory activities, their life is so turbulent, they don't understand. They never get peace because they are bound by the entanglement of the karmas. And therefore, Bhogeshware prasaktanam taya pratachetasam vyavasayatmakya buddhi samadhana vidhiyata. The resolute determination about Krishna consciousness will never come into those who are unsteady, not peaceful, but they are full of desires, unsatiable desires. They are not only wasting their time, life and money after fulfillment, then the result is zero. Antavantu phalam tesham tad bhavatyam alpametasam. They live for a short-term benefit, but they are alpamedi. They are not intelligent people. They are wasting the valuable lifetime in the human form to, go back home, back to Godhead and cultivate these qualities. If you read and contemplate, it will generate the desire to cultivate these qualities. So you associate with those who have those qualities. That's all. Even Srila Prabhupada today gives you association So why don't you cultivate? You should have only a desire to associate with Srila Prabhupada or to the glory through Vani. Do you need an endeavor to go to say some local where Srila Prabhupada would be there, but not in the material world? You will go there in association, then you will learn from him. No, he said, I have left everything in my book. And do you think, did he make any endeavor in translations? He has desire only. But he claims that I have not written these books. Otherwise, the age of, say, advance of plus 70s is not the age to do any physical endeavor. But yet, spontaneity in his character, he hardly was sleeping, only 4 hours by nature, because he was engaged in simply taking dictation from within his heart. No endeavor. Otherwise, how many books he has written during 11 years span? About 50 titles. And he saw they were printed in 95 languages. When he came, he didn't have his own Bhagavad Gita even. So, we should understand that it doesn't take anything but his commitment, his internal conviction to the Guru's words. If you have money, then print books. And he did that job by just simply printing the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in 3 volumes, and that too in India. He has to preach only to get the money. But he never thought that I have over-endeavored. Right? So spontaneous response was there, and Prabhupada carried out the order, simply going to the West and started preaching in English. The rest is the history. Is ISKCON based on endeavors? As Prabhupada teaching says, I have not written these books, therefore I am reading for myself also. Prabhupada was reading his own books because he said, I have just taken a dictation from the heart where Lord speaks. I have not written this. This is not my idea. So in bhakti, one should become free from any endeavor and let it spring out as it springs out automatically from the heart. Whose heart is that stone-like that does not want a spontaneous reaction? Unfortunate people. Even though troubled prayana alpayusha sabya kalavasmin yurye javnaha mandaha sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadrita. In this age of Kali, everybody is alpayusha, means short-lived. Every member of Kali Yuga. Are you not member of Kali Yuga? Are you not alpayusha? Haribol Mataji! Chai. Good. Manda. Means lazy. Mandamati. Less intelligent. Sumandamatayo. Su means very, very lazy. Mandabhagya, unfortunate. And Upadrata, always remaining disturbed. Every member of this Kali Yuga, is having this qualification. If we see into, that Prabhu doesn't have much more problem than me, that's your limited sense. But listen what Rishabh is calling. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma jadendriya pritranapnoti na sadhu manye atmanoyam asadapi kleshada asadeha parabhavasya bodhajata javanna jigyasam atmatattvam तो जावत क्रिया तावत मनोभी कर्मात्मकम एव शरीर बंधन. This being not only lazy but less intelligent, he ends up doing vikarma. Vikarma means viruddha karma. They are not supposed to be performed, but they do. Pramatta, maiden, they become mad after performing unsuggested activities. Shastra recommends perform that. No, I know better. The pramatta banka, kurute vikarma. For what? Jad indriya pritrani apnoti. Priti means for the love of dead senses. Jad indriya. Jad indriya taheka is coming to repair it. Okay? So, Jadendriya pritrana apnoti. Na sadhu manye. It is not good. For whom? Atmanoyam. For the soul. Because asatapi deha asadeha. This body is temporary asat. And kleshada. It is giving pain from every side. So how it is, vikarma is going to soothe his kleshada body. It will be inflating with more and more pain. Just like an itch on the skin, and you scratch it, it will become nothing but inflated. So, this is kripana, bahudukha bhajam. They are miser, they do not know. Na sadhu manye atmanoyam asad api kleshada asadeya. Even though it is temporary, asad means temporary, but kleshada asadeya. This body is nothing but a source of pain. And yet he is doing vikarma. So what is the result? End result is parabhavasya bodhajato. Parabhav means failure, dead failure. You are not the winner. You will not take anything with you. No concession or no compassion either on such a dead, useless body. Parabhavasya bodhajato javanya jigyasam atmatattvam. All the while doing vikarma, you never develop any jigyasa for knowing the truth about yourself. The javat kriya, tavad manobhi, karmatmakam eva sharir bandhana. Whatever we do, it will set in our mind and it creates karma bandhan. It's time for prasada. Or outside is too cold. Yes. I will not be longer. Okay? The javat kriya tavat manobi. Whatever he does, his mind is set like that. Karmatmakam eva sharir bandhan. This is how he bounds up in the activity, tabernacle of entanglements. He will not be able to come out. So, human life is wasted. Wasted. Do you think this Patal Loka will let you win? Huh? Bet it is. These boys are so smart, they're taken seriously, let me tell you. Look after them well. So, this is the fate. And if we cultivate good qualities, then we think it's so much burden. But Baba, it is not burden. It is springing from the heart. Just try. Chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And be
Happy.
chant and be happy. Yes? If you chant, then you have to dance too. And if you get tired, you have to eat prasadam too. But you are coming from defeated of cold weather, right? Kleshada asadeha. That's why they came back. You know? You can't tolerate cold. It hurts, right? We are intelligent. Anybody has any question or comments?
Guru Maharaj, you said it should come from the heart, but if it's not coming from the heart, how can we build up so it's just naturally it will come from the heart?
Let it come from the mind. If it doesn't come from the mind, then let it come from the intelligence. Alright? They all are situated in your heart, along with you. If you are intelligent, you will win over the mind and its misguidance. So, chanting can be only done by the most intelligent people in the world. That's Prabhupada endorsed. Don't think the urchins are dancing. No, the most intelligent people in the world are dancing. Otherwise, who can dare in this material world of so-called, hedonistic society? They chant and dance. They may do naked dances. Who cares about them? They are not intelligent. They are pashus. Pashu are not intelligent, but human form of life can be evolved into spiritual, to transcend, not transmigrate, transcend, jump all the way up to the spiritual realm where we fell from. Go back, come back to God. You listen? No? Oh, okay.
I'm just keeping notes.
Oh, you were keeping the notes. Good.
I'm just having one question about what message you want to
Can you
give.
speak?
Oh, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to ask the question like, thank you for for your message today. But what message you want to give it to all of us here? You taught us about people are really disturbed all these days. I know, and they go beyond money most of the time and just disturb their lives about that. But what kind of message you want to give to all the kids and all of us here?
Come to your original self. Bring it, because you are hidden. And the physical nature is hiding yourself. The mental and intellectual nature is also hiding yourself. Just bring out about the real self and face to face with the Supreme, your Maker. Body is made from a different energy which does not belong to the soul. Soul is part and parcel of the Supreme internal potency that is called Antaranga Shakti. Material nature is Bahiranga Shakti and it is made temporary only. It's not eternal. It is transforming itself into so many things. It is not steady. But you are a steady person. You may change your body even in this lifetime 14 times. It is 14 times we are reincarnating in this body. What to speak of after giving up this body? So when are we going to stop this? Therefore, we have to be intelligent enough to distinguish between body and the soul. It's the primary lesson. Alright? Everybody should recognize. But in this age of Kali, it is too difficult because of distraction. But if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will come to the right point, transcending all the intermediaries, and come to the right platform. No other mantra is recommended. If the Shastra, the authority is the Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, 3 authorities we have to follow. And they do not contradict, So, otherwise anybody upstart can come and start his own process, but without any proof, So therefore, just like your education is coming from a prestigious university and you bank upon that prestige to live your life. But in spiritually, we also come from the descending order from the higher authorities, but the teachings do not change. So we have to follow Guru, Sadhu means the chain of disciplic succession, and Shastra, the ultimate authority, to verify what we are talking. So you will not go wrong. The message is very clear. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Give up all the different kinds of notions that we have collected. Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. We adopted, your childhood dharma was different, and in young life you have different, in old age probably you have different. But give up everything. Just surrender unto the holy name of the Lord, that is enough. Krishna and holy name are no different. So just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. You will be happy. Anybody who chants Hare Krishna can show how happy they are. Last year we faced one devotee. He wanted to take initiation and commit himself to chant 16 rounds and follow. But the wife was not. I hope she is okay. I heard something that they are much peaceful. Good! Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Very well.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Pranam. You mentioned about Sthani Sthite. So, Sthani Sthite, be where you are and practice devotional service.
Sthane Sthita.
Oh, Sthane Sthita. I was thinking my Trulicity injection. this is today I took one injection that is truly sick. I said, wow, let me check my ear. Yes, sthane sthita sruti gatam tanu vang manobi.
So how do you, like, know, as a practicing devotee, we want to be in Vrindavan Dham, and then, do...
Keep on. You are a grihasti. Don't become sannyasi. Sthane sthita. Okay? But act according to the verdict of the Shastras. You will never go wrong. I mean, Krishna consciousness is cultivated in the ideal grihastha. That is the best application ever to be. Prabhupada made only grihasthas can maintain Krishna conscious movement. You are my mother, you are my father. Okay? Good. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, thank you for the nice lecture. This is about the prayers. In general, in material world, we teach like hard work will get you reward. I'll give you an example. For example, in Edison, he tried before discovering the bulb many thousand times. So how to understand this?
Good. You got grey hair already. And how long you are going to do prayer? You are approaching the retirement age soon. Then the prayers will be stopped. You can't do over-endeavoring in each and every phase of your life. No. Krishna gave the age limit also. When you were young, the prayers was alright, but it created that much entangle for you. That entanglement is so heavy. Then how to understand and how to, disentangle? Live a Krishna conscious life and you will be free from all entanglements. Because that is an art of living. You won't be taught in the classes that you have to become detached and just become renounced. No. How would you renounce practically? Detachment. The art of detachment is more important than giving up and surrender to whom? He will not last long, even in assembly of devotees. One who does artificially, so he is never going to be, educated or trained up like that. So rest assured. You ask the spiritual master, if he says yes, then we'll say something. I won't say without asking you. Yes.
There is question here.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Standard Pranam. Thank you for the lecture. So you said Krishna consciousness is spontaneous, no need to endeavor. So there is a slogan, do your endeavor and Krishna mercy will come through. So how can I understand that?
If you do with love, is it an endeavor? You raise your child with love, is it an endeavor or it is spontaneous?
It is spontaneous. But
that's good. But you get an example only for short while. When the kid gets growing old, then you better believe. You can smack also.
But there are living examples, so you are just connecting to them day-to-day life, so that's why it's spontaneous. But with Krishna, we are not able to build that connection. So how
No. If you build connection with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is as good as building connection with the Supreme Lord. Because what is the difference between the holy name and Krishna? Both are transcendental in nature. And Krishna means all attractive Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when you chant his name, along with Radharani, who is coming in the energy form to approach how to serve Krishna, that is the meaning of Mahamantra. Hara, the potency. Krishna, all attractive personality of Godhead. And Rama, all blissful reservoir of love. It's Ram. Did Ramchandra show that love to anybody, everybody? No. He executed the order of his father, and the father got viraha. The separation is very important in expression of the love. It's very important. You become more intimated in love so intensity of the love increases in separation. You don't find that in material world. Hell with you, you will say, and depart. Right?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj and Vaishnava. Guru Maharaj, what is the difference between peace and silent? Peace and silent.
What is the
we have
difference?
to become peace so that we can become silent, like
He is silent means he will speak only glorification of Krishna and nothing else. Alright? He has to use the tongue to vibrate the holy name. If you don't allow the senses to serve the Lord, how will it become bhakti? So silence means chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and you do not even utter a word so other can hear. No, these are other situations. But glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the real silence. Impersonalist, those who do not have any love for the Lord, they think it is obscure, some unknown, and they do not have any connection with the Supreme Lord. They, impersonalists, they prefer not to utter a word. That may be considered an austerity of the tongue. But they eat very healthy food. They stop the speech, but that doesn't create any mental peace because they are already dissatisfied by contemplation on avyakta. Klesho adhikataras tesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavat virvapyate. So how come that silence is going to make them happy? No, that is not recommended. If you take a vow of silence, would you refrain from chanting Hare Krishna? No, then. If you are unable to speak, suppose if you are in a deathbed, won't you able to listen to chanting Hare Krishna? What is the difference? You are engaging your sense in service of the Supreme. That is bhakti. Sarvapadir vinirmuktam tatvarat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesham sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Engage your senses in service of the master of the senses is called bhakti. You don't need learning too much. Do you think those who are illiterate, like Haridas, cannot go back home, back to Godhead? He went. And because we have so much garbage in our brain, Therefore it comes and pop up. You know. But chant Hare Krishna and it will be cleaned out. That's what we learn. On the deathbed, nothing works except chanting works. A person may be unconscious, but his hearing is working. Make him listen. Don't cry. Send him off. A good farewell. Chant Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, thank you very much for the nice class. Gurudev, you mentioned one of the pitfalls is being unsteady and we're unintelligent. So how can we become a little bit more steady?
You promised me, right?
Yes.
And you have difficulty? Shame on you. No, associate. Don't be engaged in over-endeavors. That will be detrimental. Ati sarvatra varjayat. Anything in excess is going to be detrimental. But jnana prayas is also detrimental. Karma prayas is also detrimental. But Krishna consciousness is not detrimental. When you chant, it will automatically spring because it is the natural status of the spirit soul to come in the atmosphere of its internal potency. The constitution of the soul is internal potency, which is Satchidanand. Naturally, by hearing, chanting and remembering, you will be in that Satchidananda state. See? It bells. It's time to take prasadam. Why don't you chant the prayer? I'm also hungry and they are asking me questions. Tell them to ask later on while taking prasadam. Okay? Come. Chant the prayer.
Maharaj ki jai!